What's up, everybody? Scott Jansen here. And if you're a coach or a therapist and it's finally time for you to niche down to a very specific type of client for your business, you may enter the market and realize, wow, there are so many people in this market. It seems like the niche I'm going for is just totally oversaturated. What do I do? Is there a way that I can grow my business? Do I have to find a whole new niche? What on earth am I supposed to do? Well, guys, don't worry, because in this video, I'm actually going to show you how you can actually build your coaching and hypnotherapy business in very oversaturated niches, and how you can take a very saturated niche, find the right gap in the market, plant your flag, and become the overnight success and the overnight expertise that'll severely grow your business very rapidly. So the way I'm going to explain to you guys about niching and also what do you do in oversaturated niches you probably never heard of before, and it's something we always teach our students to do, meaning that, guys, you can actually grow your business, get paid coaching clients, no matter how oversaturated your niches seem. So guys, without further ado, let's dive straight into the video and this presentation where I show you how to work with very oversaturated niches. Let's dive in. All right, guys, so here we go. So let me first define what I mean by a saturated niche, then give you guys some almost like tips and tricks and strategies that you can employ in your business to really escape these saturated niches. As I said previously, it may seem like going into the coaching, the therapy, the RTT, the NLP world seems like it's oversaturated with every coach, every therapist, basically everybody wanting to become that type of therapist and get clients. And it can seem on the outside that the majority of the niches that we might want to work with seem oversaturated. And while this might seem like the case, today, guys, I'm going to reveal to you while this thinking is incorrect and what you can do to actually avoid not only thinking like this, but seeing niches in the same way. So let's firstly look at what I mean by a saturated niche. So what I've got, guys, I actually went through Facebook and I picked up maybe about 6 or 7 random people, and I just basically copy and pasted their niches. So I want to show you what's going on in the market right now, and you may be one of these people that has something similar to this in your niche. I'm going to show you how to take it from what I call a very static and boring niche into something that's very dynamic and also calls out a very specific part of the market so clients can see you as the expert no matter how much competition it may seem like you have. So let's have a look. So this is a pretty common one. So I help people quit smoking. Okay, this is pretty common for therapists, coaches, RTT, NLPers to come out and just clearly state what they do with a very static niche of I help people quit smoking. Nothing sexy about that, nothing dynamic, and it's definitely just going to get oversaturated very quickly. I also found this one. I help people lose weight with hypnosis easily. Okay, and while these two may look okay, I'm going to point out how we can change them. This was another one, and I see this a lot. I can help you step into your power and your true self. So I'm going to give you guys some clear guidelines around this sort of niche. This one was another one. My hypnosis breakthrough will change your life. Another one was I help people wake up the real them and become harmonious. Another one I found, which is pretty typical, which is like the I help everybody with everything type of niche. I can help you lose weight, overcome anxiety, quit smoking with coaching. What about this one? I'm a master trainer in hypnotherapy and coaching. You've probably seen this a lot as well. I tend to see it many, many times. And lastly, this is a big one that I see going around, which was I was trained by world-renowned, enter the expert. Whoever your expert is or who you were trained by, you're now pointing out who you were trained by. So what's wrong with these niches? Well, these can come across as very, very saturated, and you're missing the key elements when finding and picking a niche and working with potential clients. So let me point out what these things are and how you can take, if this is maybe your way of doing things with your niche, how you can take what you're doing now, which is very static, still, and saturated, and make it very dynamic and start to find the gaps in the market so you can stand out. So guys, putting this all together in an image, you've probably heard of this before, like a red ocean and a blue ocean. So if you look at our industry right now, it is just a complete red ocean of mess. Everybody, every therapist, every coach, every RTTer, every NLPer, every healer, all in like the same vicinity, all looking for the same clients. And it seems like everybody's sort of going to war. Everyone's trying to fight for that last paying client, and it seems like they're coming across like there's not enough clients to go around. And when it comes to picking a niche, the elements that they're excluding and the elements that they're talking about is not getting their market's attention. Essentially, you're doing all your marketing, you're trying to niche down, but it doesn't seem like you're getting the attention of everybody. So this is what the red ocean looks like, guys. It's the therapist or the coach just yelling and screaming saying, I use hypnosis. I can use hypnosis to change any part of your life. There's the other therapist or a coach that comes across and said, hey, everybody's $100, but I can do the same thing for $95. So I'm cheaper. That's why you should come to me. What about this one? You should come to me because I'm a master coach. I'm a trainer in masters of coaching. I've helped hundreds of coaches before, or I've helped hundreds of clients before because I use a very specific type of coaching that I created for myself. What about this one, which is the I help everybody? Okay, and this is probably the most common. I can help anybody and everybody at any price at any time. Send me a PM on Facebook and I'll charge you $50 a session. You can change anything you want in your life. This one is, you should come to me because I have more experience. I've been doing this longer. I was trained by world-renowned X, Y, and Z, and I've had my hypnotherapy clinic for the last 15 years, and I've read every book on the planet. I'm in every Facebook group. I've taught therapists and coaches before. I have more experience. That's why you should come to me. And lastly, NLP is what you need to change your life, or RTT is what you need to change your life. Healing, my specific type of healing, is what you need to change your life. And guys, this is this red ocean. We cannot compete in this red ocean, regardless of your experience, regardless of when you were certified by, regardless of your niche, your price, the solution, your business model, regardless of this, you don't want to be competing in this red ocean because you're competing against everybody at the same time, all talking the same things. So our goal, or my goal, guys, with this quick presentation is to show you how do you go from this red ocean, which seems oversaturated, and into your own blue ocean, where you're fishing alone. You have access to as many fish as you like, and all of these fish have your attention, okay, and vice versa. So what do you do? Well, guys, here's what I used to niche down to, and here's what the niche was when I was a hypnotherapist. It was, I helped lawyers quit smoking in their lunch breaks. So guys, do you notice the difference? Off to the left-hand side here, what do you notice? Everybody's talking about themselves. Every therapist or a coach is talking about themselves. And they're also talking about the how they do things. They're saying, I use hypnosis to help you break through in your life. I am a coach. I am cheaper. I can help anybody. I have more experience. I know that NLP is what you need. But if you look over here to the right-hand side where I am in this blue ocean when I was a therapist, what am I talking about? I'm talking about a specific person. I'm calling out their pain and I'm giving them what they want. If you notice here on the left-hand side here, do you see any solutions being talked about? Okay. Do you see them talking about what they can actually do for people? No, they're too busy talking about themselves and they're too busy talking about the how. Whereas in my example off to the right-hand side here, I never talked about hypnotherapy. Because why? Because the lawyers that I ended up working with over time did not care how I did things. They did not care about me. They did not care about my story. They couldn't care less whether I used hypnosis, Ericksonian hypnosis, conversational hypnosis. Why didn't they care? Because they didn't know what this stuff was. The only thing these lawyers cared about was, can I help them quit smoking? How I did it was irrelevant. So guys, if you're busy in your niche talking about the how you do things, who you were certified by, why you're the best, why you're cheaper, you're missing the point, okay? And there's really no other reason as to why a client would want to work with you, because you're not calling them out specifically, you're not calling out a specific pain, and you're not offering a solution that real people want. So in order for us to, guys, to get away from this red ocean and into the blue ocean, let's take these very standard niche attempts and I'm going to show you how to make them more dynamic. I'm going to show you how to make them sexy and stand out, even in a lot of competition. So over time, you can create your own blue ocean and fish all by yourself. So the saturated niches. So when it comes to a niche, guys, like the examples I gave to you before, this is like the frame that we use. We want to talk about I help, and we want to call out a very specific niche, a career, or a person. What a lot of people don't do when it comes to picking a niche is therapists and coaches, and guys, I did this too right at the start, okay, was we only think about working with a person because, yeah, we're certified. We can basically help anybody. I get that. But we never niche down to a specific person. But what a lot of people don't realize as well, we can actually niche down to a certain profession or a career. Like in my example, it was lawyers, okay? From there, once we've called out a specific person, we're highly defined with that person, we then want to name their pain. We need to get their attention. If we don't call out our market's pain, why would this market need to listen to us? If we're not calling out the very specific thing that's going on in their life and highlighting this pain, people have no reason to listen to us. And lastly, the only thing clients care about is the solution. What can you do for these people? Nowhere in this frame are we talking about how we do things, because I cannot stress it enough. Clients do not care. Clients are not researching online. I'm looking for an NLP practitioner. I'm looking for a hypnotherapist. I'm looking for an RTT practitioner. If they were looking for these things, it means they probably want to become a practitioner themselves, or they are interested in this stuff and they're not necessarily looking for something therapeutic for themselves. Okay, the majority of the people that are online right now are looking in Google, checking out Facebook, are on YouTube, are looking for answers to their questions, which is, how do I lose weight? How do I overcome my social anxiety? I want to quit smoking. How do I do it? Okay, they're not looking for the specific how. They want to know, can this person give me a result? It's results that clients care about. So we want to highly define who we're talking about, guys, whether it's a person, it's a specific niche, it's a career, it's a profession. It could even be niching down to a certain religion. That's fine too. And we also want to call out this market's pain, what's pretty typical inside these group of people, and what's the exact solution. Underline the word exact, not the solution you want for people, but what is the solution that most people in this market are looking for? Okay, so let me give you some more examples of what this looks like. So let's change this into a dynamic niche. So let's take the I help people quit smoking. And this was literally one of my first niches I went with, okay, until I made it more dynamic. So what we want to do, guys, let's first split this up into 3 sections. Remember, the first section is calling out the person. The second section is calling out what their pain is. We don't have a third section here, so we need to add one, which is the solution. So it's always niche, pain, solution. Niche, pain, solution, niche, pain, solution. Just remember that. So let's have a look what we can do. So we can simply make it as, I help people. Now we can, I help men. We change it from just everybody to now we're talking to men specifically. What about I help business owners? I help entrepreneurs. I help lawyers. I help doctors. I help teachers. Now we're niching down to a specific profession or career. I help female entrepreneurs. I help dog walkers. I help dentists. Okay, we want to call out this specific person though, so these people know we're talking directly to them. So now we can play around with the first part. Or what about I help soon-to-be mothers? I help mothers who have just had their 3rd baby. I help men who have I help men who work in a factory. Anything along these lines that called out something specific, guys. Okay, so now we've got an idea of what we can do with the first section. Let's look at the second, which is the quit smoking part, which is highlighting their pain, which we already had, but now we can make it more dynamic. So let's say, I help business owners quit smoking without cravings or putting on weight. So look at, now we've added a solution to the end of this. And guys, these aren't the best examples. These are just off the top of my head. But I wanted you to look at the difference already from I help people quit smoking to now I help business owners or I help soon-to-be mothers quit smoking without cravings or putting on weight. Now, which smoker would not want to quit smoking without the cravings or to put on weight? Most smokers want this stuff. So if you can apply this in your strategy and you know how to pretty much guarantee this, you then want to call out that this is the solution you offer. It's no longer just a red ocean of I help people quit smoking. Now it's, hey, I can help you quit smoking. Like if you're a business owner, I can help you quit smoking, and we can do this without you having to experience cravings or without putting on any weight as well. Now we get the attention. Now this is more dynamic and is more intriguing to your potential clients. So here's another example. I help business owners to quit smoking so they can improve their productivity and make more money. Do you see the difference, guys? Check out the difference here. I help people quit smoking, which is very static. It's red ocean. Now we're blue ocean. I help business owners to quit smoking so they can improve their productivity and make more money. Because what if you help this business owner quit smoking so they spend more time in their business, their health improves, their insomnia goes away so they're more rested, they're more focused on the work they have to do instead of thinking about their next cigarette break or dealing with cravings. Of course they're going to be more productive, which is going to lead to more money. So now we create a blue ocean from a very red static niche. And it's as simple as this. We're calling out a specific person, we're talking about their pain, and now we're giving them an incredible solution. It's not just quitting smoking for the sake of it. It's as you quit smoking, this is the result you will get. And you want to highlight this stuff. But if you notice as well, I'm not talking about the how. I'm not adding with at the end with hypnosis or with RTT or with NLP. Why? Because clients don't care. Clients don't know what this stuff is. They're not interested to learn how you do things. They just want this. These business owners want to quit so they can improve their productivity and make more money. So just give them this. So let's give you some more examples, guys. So here's what I mean about taking out the how. So I help people lose weight with hypnosis was another example that I took from Facebook. So what do? Well, what if I help diabetic women, so calling out a specific person, lose weight so they can feel sexy in their skin again. Okay, specific person to lose weight, and then the solution is so they can feel sexy in their skin again. Okay, I'm not talking about the how. Remember, I help people to lose weight with either hypnosis, coaching, RTT, NLP. Take that out. You don't need to talk about the how. Now, if your client asks you how are you going to do this, then you want to introduce this to them. But here's the thing I know, guys. Of the many clients I work with, I never had one lawyer or one general public ever ask me, Scott, how are you going to do this? Are you going to use a specific type of hypnosis? Or Scott, can you make sure that you use this type of coaching that I've been researching? Never happened. All clients said to me was, Scott, I want to quit smoking. The only time available I have is on my lunch break. Is that going to be long enough for you to help me? That was it. How I did it didn't matter. Most people realized when they got to my office that I was going to use some sort of hypnosis or some sort of coaching. They might have done their research on what I was about online, but it was never discussed. Clients simply did not care. So guys, take out the how. You don't need to talk about the how. You definitely don't need to be talking about who you were trained by or how much experience you've had or how many books you've read, because that stuff doesn't matter. All clients care about when they're sitting up at night, they're anxious, they're scared, their mind's running 1,000 miles an hour is, I hope I quit smoking tomorrow. I booked in this person. I hope I can quit smoking, or I hope I can lose weight, or, I hate my wife or my husband. How do I get out of this toxic relationship? That's all they care about. The how does not matter. So anytime you have the how in your message, guys, your marketing, on your website, in your funnels, wherever you have it, take it out. Clients do not care. So now let's look at the right language. So I see this a lot. I can help you step into your power and your true self. Now, guys, I get it. It sounds nice, but I'm going to be the first one to say is, what the hell does this mean? From a coach talking to another coach, sure, they might understand it, but it's vague and it has no substance. I've never met a general public, someone in the general public or a friend or family, colleague or anyone I've spoken to, unless they're a coach or a therapist themselves, that has ever said, I need to step into my power and find my true self. Okay? No father who is stressed out because he's got too many bills, he's anxious because he can't go to work, he's smoking, he's overweight. He's never said to himself, man, I need to step into my true power and my true self. They never talk like this. So you want to make sure that you're using the language of your market, guys. Stop talking like a coach and a therapist. And that's my next point. Avoid speaking like a coach. Your clients don't use these terms. So anywhere in your marketing, if you're talking about the how, get rid of it. Only talk about solutions. If you're speaking like a coach and you're wondering why, wow, I'm doing all this great content, I'm using all these great words, why is nobody interacting with my content? is because the people that you want to interact don't understand what you're talking about. They don't need to learn this lingo. They don't understand these terms. You want to use the language of your market so they can clearly understand what you're talking about. You don't need to make it all bloated and sound really nice and sound really mysterious. Just tell people what you do, what the problem is, and what the solution that you have. Avoid the how and avoid all that wrong language. So avoid speaking like a coach or a therapist, guys. So here's an example. I help entrepreneurs to build a strong mindset so they can scale to 7 figures. I mean, isn't that, or couldn't that be, the I help you step into your power and your true self? Couldn't this be a meaning? Couldn't this be attached to the outcome? Well, if this is what you really mean when you're saying I can help you step into your power and your true self, just say it with real language. Like, I help entrepreneurs build a strong mindset so they can scale to 7 figures. I help women entrepreneurs overcome their anxiety so they can make more sales. Instead of, I help you step into your power and your true self. If this, I help entrepreneurs to build a strong mindset so they can scale to 7 figures, if this is what you really mean when you say, I help you step into your power and your true self, just say it in layman's terms. Get rid of the coaching language. You don't need to be using these terms. Or what about, I help women transition from the corporate world to becoming a first-time mother? I guess that could fit into the I help you step into your power and your true self, right? Because it's a vague statement, so anything can fit. So if anything can fit, just give people what they want. Talk about things in their language so these people understand you without any confusion. Anytime there's confusion, anytime a potential client looks at your marketing, hears your marketing message, looks at your funnel, looks at your website, listens to your content, and is confused if this content is for them, they have no reason to continue watching. They'll have no reason to book you in because you're not calling them out specifically with their language. You're not talking about their pain, and you're not giving them the solution that they want because you've entangled it in this coaching language to try and sound all mysterious and sound like Tony Robbins. You don't need to be doing this stuff. If your potential clients are coaches, are therapists, are RTTs, are NLPs, sure, you can get away with this. But the general public that you guys will probably be working with, speak general public terms. Just get straight to the point. And lastly, what about I help men with PTSD to overcome their crippling anxiety so they can live a fulfilling life again? Makes more sense than I can help you step into your power and your true self. So use straight to the point language. So avoiding saturated niches, guys. Call out a specific person, career, profession, religion, or label. Number 2, you want to highly define their pain using their words, not your own. Number 3, highly define the exact solution your clients want using their words, not your own. Get rid of the coaching and the therapeutic language. Create content on social media that calls out these specifics. If you're marketing your business as, I help people quit smoking to X, Y, and Z, and all you're doing is talking about how awesome hypnosis is, or you're the last certification you went to, this is what you learnt, or you were trained by this specific person, this is how they do therapy, or this is how the unconscious mind works or the conscious mind works. Your potential clients don't know this stuff. They don't care. They're looking for a solution to their problem. The how does not matter. So if you're talking about the how on the social media, pivot it slightly and start talking about the solution. Start talking about your client's pain and the solution, and avoid the how. Number 5 is avoid industry jargon, marketing the how, or obsessing over you. If you're continually in your marketing, guys, talking about yourself, why you became qualified, why you're a coach, why you've got more experience, why you're cheaper, talking about your specific type of therapy that you created, your backstory, all of this stuff, avoid this stuff. Clients do not care about you, unfortunately. I do because I want you to be successful, but your potential clients do not care. They have their own story. They care about their own things. People care about themselves, not about your problems. No one is ever going to be inspired enough to listen to your story and go, wow, this is the person I need. Sure, you might be able to connect with them with a little bit of rapport, but when it comes to marketing, guys, you always want to be talking about the pain, solutions. Everything else is irrelevant. So guys, this is how we avoid saturated niches. This is how we get out of the red ocean where everybody's talking about themselves, everyone's talking about the how, and we go into the blue ocean where we call out a specific person, a specific career, profession, or the label, and we talk about their pain, and we talk about a solution, not the how and not about ourselves. So guys, hopefully this made sense with this small presentation. That's all from me for today. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Again, my name is Scott Jansen. Bye for now.